Hey there everyone, happy Thursday. I am King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon. We're heading here into the latter part of Thursday, really more so Thursday night. And with that being the case, our system's pretty much done with us, at least the majority of the rain that we're going to see with it. It does connect with the cold front though, and that means that we are going to have some cooler days ahead for Friday and for Saturday. So we're going to go over that, what little more rain that we might see too. We'll talk about when those chances might be a little higher, when they might be a little lower, and also have a look at where there could be maybe even a little snow that drops across the mountains. But with this rain here recently, I wanted to show you the latest drought monitor, wanted to pop up what is going on with that, and that was just released today, and there's no change from at this point last week. So from week to week, exactly the same. We have seen improvements though over the past couple of weeks out over the Olympic Peninsula, as all of that abnormally dry soil has been completely erased. And all in all, we're not doing too bad here across western Washington. Yeah, we could use a little more rain, but I think in general we're going to be doing pretty good here as we head on into the spring months, as long as we can get these shower chances to move through from time to time, which we still have some around as we head on into the upcoming weekend. Friday and Saturday, temperatures cooler, yes, back in the low to mid 50s. Average highs now up to 58 degrees. So we're going to be below that number, at least for the next couple of days. Sunday, though, that number starts to bounce back up to 60 degrees, and that's the first day of quite a few. That will be sunny and 60 as we head into next week. Actually, it looks like 5 consecutive days as of right now, looking to be that way. Out this way towards Westport, steady rain gone. Still a few off and on showers will be possible. Very cloudy and gloomy there as well. Up this way around Paulsbo, seeing the band of rain beginning to move off to our east as well. So you're kind of getting a trend here. Closer to the I-5 corridor, Granite Falls, maybe a few showers still out there, but we are drying out quite a bit from where we were earlier here into the afternoon. And as a matter of fact, seeing some areas of blue skies right here in Port Angeles as we get ready to end off our Thursday. Columbia Tower camera, yeah, you're looking eastward. So this is looking right towards Bellevue. That's why you can see the skyline right there, but you also are seeing some of these really dark clouds. So we're seeing the rain moving off to the east, and things are quieting down for us here for tonight. But wouldn't be surprised again if you have a few showers, if you have any evening plans, as temperatures start to really work their way down. Plus, kind of breezy out there too. Winds at around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's a forecast heading on into the night. We'll see generally cloudy skies, but maybe a few partial breaks in the clouds as that cool air does start to work its way in. And overnight lows too dropping just a bit more. We'll probably find ourselves in the lower 40s as we start off early into Friday morning. There's the main band of rain. You can see that beginning to head its way farther to the east. I-5 corridor, really the one more so in the line of seeing these showers here into the earlier part of our Thursday nights. As that system continues to track into British Columbia, we'll see that front will work its way eastward as well. Behind will be that showery type of weather that we're going to have around for at least the next couple of days. So looking at that on Futurecast, 3-4 o'clock here, most of the rain well out of the picture for us. We'll continue to see improvements as we go on into the night as far as drying conditions. We are going to have some convergence zone activity, and probably you're going to see the best chance of that happening in northern Snohomish County and more into Skagit County as we have that southwesterly flow moving around the Olympics. So that kind of helps us out to develop some more of the showers up into those parts. So if you are up this way around areas such as Mount Vernon, where the tulips are, we're going to talk about that here in a second, or farther north here, Arlington, Granite Falls, keep an eye out for those better chances of rain, and that extends into more of the foothills of Whatcom County. Out across Clallam County, we'll keep an eye out for some of those showers too to continue to be in place. Now let's go ahead and talk about what we're expecting as far as rainfall as we head on into the next day or so. Not a ton, most of this has already fallen, so another 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch will be possible for us as we go over the next day or so. Let's go ahead and go back to what's happening heading into our day for Friday evening and into Friday night, because I did want to fast forward to what's going to be happening right there for you. And so here we are, Friday afternoon. Few showers still in place as we head on into that point. We'll see that even with those showers, could be a little bit of uptick as we head into the daytime hours. Sometimes we get that extra instability in the atmosphere, helps to create some of those showers. No big concerns about any sort of lightning and thunder to go along with that, so no big instability really to talk about. But as we head into tomorrow night, you'll start to see that things kind of fade away to a certain degree, but then we also start to notice winds picking up a little more in the upper parts of the atmosphere. With that being the case, guess what? Another impulse of energy happening in the atmosphere that helps to bring back more of that convergence zone activity. So That will be with us late into Friday night into early Saturday, which will favor those typical convergence zone areas here into northern Snohomish or northern King County into more Snohomish County as well, keeping things fairly wet into the start of your day on Saturday. A few showers outside of there as well will continue on, and then we'll see that really linger on into it looks like the morning hours of your day of Saturday, and then we'll head into the afternoon, start to see some of that tapering off. One more thing I wanted to point out too is how you saw some more of that blue showing up across the Cascades, especially from about Stevens Pass northward up this way, going all the way up towards Mount Baker. We're going to be putting down a little bit of snow. Snow levels will drop down to about 2,500, 3,000 feet, so closer to pass level, so it does help to create some of that snow, but shouldn't be any high amounts because we're just going to be dealing with some limited amount of moisture that's going to be around for us. Then as we head into Saturday night and then eventually to Sunday, check it out, all this moves on out of here and then into the latter half of our weekend. We are seeing that drying trend, and it should be a warming trend to go along with that too as we head on into that point. All right, so we just talked about the rainfall. Let's talk about the snow that we could see with that, with some of those slower snow levels. Again, don't be too excited about any high amounts, but an inch or two possible here across some of our locations. Up towards Mount Baker, we could see a little more. And what you're seeing there at Stevens Pass, taking that with a grain of salt, we could see some higher amounts because of some of that convergence zone activity. Maybe a half a foot, I think, could be the best that we can do because we are going to see some melting with that as it's been relatively warm here recently. But the general theme will be for our passes anywhere between about 1 to 3 inches as we go from about tonight into the day for Friday and then all the way through more of your early Sunday morning before daybreak there. So pretty exciting stuff. We're still in spring and we get spring snowfall here in the mountains. But if you're heading up to Skagit County and heading up there to the Skagit Valley where we do have the Tulip Festival, here's your forecast for the next 3 days. Tomorrow it's going to be cooler as well as Saturday. We'll have some of those showers around. Not a complete washout, but do have the rain gear with you. Sunday we start to warm things up as skies do become sunny, and we'll top off at 57 there, while areas farther to the south, we already mentioned, do start to find their way back into the 60s. Forecast tonight, we'll start those numbers drop down into the 30s and 40s, down to 37 in Port Townsend, 39 in Bremerton, 42 in Bellingham, and down to 40 in Tacoma. Then your highs heading into the day for tomorrow. Looks like we'll be up to around 53 in Bellingham, mid-50s around Friday Harbor and in Blaine. Down this way in Arlington at 53 degrees there. 53 in Marysville, Oak Harbor getting up to about 51 degrees. Low to mid-50s around the Kitsap Peninsula and a lot of King County here. 51 in Snoqualmie. Issaquah up to the mid-50s at 55. Tacoma topping off at 57 degrees. We'll see the highs make their way closer to the 60-degree mark. I'm still thinking we say shy there in Puyallup at 58. Farther south across the state, more of the same really, mid-50s as you head into more of our interior spots along the I-5 corridor and then out towards the coast. That's where you can see some of those highs in the low 50s out towards more Pacific County. And then farther north here, generally 50s, but even some spots where we do keep a lot more of the cloud coverage in place, only calling for highs in the upper 40s. Here's your 7-day forecast. We got those 2 days in the 50s, and then beyond that point, here's that nice stretch of weather that will start up for us heading into Sunday as we get just barely up to 60 degrees, but even beyond that point, Sunday all the way through next Thursday, calling for a good amount of sunshine around and for low to perhaps even mid-60s as we head into the middle part of next week. Kind of chilly mornings, so do prepare for that and make sure to have something warm to put on the arms. But hey, some kids are going to be off of school next week as we have spring break, so maybe they'll be able to get outside and enjoy that. Okay, everyone, have a great Thursday evening. Try to stay dry here with a few of those showers around this evening, and we'll talk to you soon.